Hey everyone, welcome back to KenkoVibe, your daily dose of health insights. I'm Ethan Reed, and with me today is the incredible Grace Morgan.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Today we're going to be talking about something that's, well, it can be a little bit of a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
The potential link between statins and erectile dysfunction.
Right.
So if you're out there taking statins to manage your cholesterol, you're probably like, wait a second, what?
It can be a little alarming when you hear that.
Yeah, so we're going to unpack all of that.
Yeah, we're going to break it down for you.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly are statins and how do they work?
So statins are medications that work by blocking the production of cholesterol in your liver.
Okay.
And by doing that, they lower those LDL cholesterol levels, the bad cholesterol.
Right.
Some of the common names that you might recognize are Alteprev, Crestor, Lipitor, Livalo, Pravachol, and Zocor.
So they're basically cholesterol production blockers.
Yes.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Do they actually remove plaque that's already built up in the arteries?
So that's a great question. Statins primarily work to prevent further cholesterol buildup.
Okay,
They're not really designed to remove existing plaque or break down blockages.
that makes sense. But like any medication, statins have some potential side effects.
Yes, that's right. Just like any medication, there are possible side effects with statins.
Right.
Some of the common ones are headaches, muscle aches, memory problems, and maybe some nausea.
Mm-hmm.
In rarer cases, there's a possibility of liver damage and elevated blood sugar, but these are less common.
Got it. Okay, so let's get to the main topic here. Erectile dysfunction, or AD.
Yes,
Can you tell us a little bit more about what it is and how it might be connected to statins?
absolutely. So ED is the inability to achieve or maintain an erection, and as we get older, the chances of experiencing it increase.
Right.
Now, the link with statins is where things get a little bit complicated.
Okay.
While ED isn't typically listed as a common side effect of statins, there is some research suggesting there might be a connection.
Okay, so what does the research say?
Well, there was a study done in 2014 that found that statins could potentially lower testosterone levels,
Uh-huh.
and testosterone is a key hormone for achieving erections.
Right, so lower testosterone could mean a harder time with ED.
Yeah,
Right.
that's one of the things the study suggested. It also proposed that statins might worsen pre-existing ED in some men,
Okay.
but here's where it gets really interesting.
Oh, I like a good plot twist.
Wait.
Tell me more.
That same 2014 study also found that over time, ED actually improved in men who were taking statins to manage their high cholesterol.
Wait, so statins could actually make things better.
It's possible, and it might come down to addressing the underlying cause.
Okay.
ED can often be a symptom of other health problems like clogged arteries.
Right.
And what are statins really good at addressing high cholesterol, which is a major contributor to those clogged arteries?
So statins could be kind of a hero in disguise here.
Exactly. By treating the root cause, statins may indirectly help to improve ED. It's not that they're directly targeting ED, but they're treating a condition that can contribute to the problem.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
So you're saying that those clogged arteries could be behind both high cholesterol and ED.
That's right. And this is where it becomes really important because clogged arteries aren't just a minor issue.
Okay.
They can signal much bigger problems down the road,
Like what?
like heart problems. A report in 2011 suggested that ED could actually be an early warning sign for a heart attack or stroke within 5 years.
Wow. So ED isn't something to ignore.
Definitely not. It's essential to get checked out by a doctor if you're experiencing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's take a moment to kind of summarize what we've learned so far about statins and ED. What are the key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
I think the main takeaway is that the current evidence suggests statins are more likely to improve ED than cause it.
Okay.
This is because they address the root problem of clogged arteries, which we've been discussing, can lead to both high cholesterol and ED.
And just to reiterate, we cannot stress this enough. Never stop taking any medication without first consulting with your doctor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're concerned about potential side effects, always have a conversation with your physician.
Right. They can help you weigh the risks and benefits and figure out the best course of action for you.
Exactly.
I think this is a good point for us to pause for now. We've covered a lot already, but we'll be right back.
We'll be right back after a short break.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back to KenkoVibe. We've been talking about statins and ED
Yes.
and how they might be connected.
Mm-hmm.
And before the break, we were talking about how statins could actually be helpful
Right.
by addressing the root cause of ED, which is often clogged arteries.
Yeah.
But what about the mental and emotional side of ED?
That's a really important point. We've been focused on the physical aspects.
Right.
But the mind plays a huge role in sexual function as well.
Definitely stress anxiety, performance anxiety,
Absolutely.
all those things can contribute to ED,
Mm.
regardless of physical health. So it's almost like a vicious cycle.
ED can actually lead to more anxiety,
Yeah.
which just makes the problem worse.
It's a snowball effect.
Exactly.
So for our listeners out there, if you're dealing with the mental and emotional aspects of ED, what can you do? Where do you even begin?
Well, first of all, I think it's crucial to remember that ED is a common experience for many men.
Right.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
And normalizing the conversation is a big step in the right direction.
I love that you're bringing this up.
Yeah,
It's about breaking down the stigma and those walls of silence.
absolutely.
But it's one thing to recognize it. It's another to actually get help.
You're right. And that's where professional help can be really valuable.
Okay.
Therapy, for instance, can give you the tools to manage anxiety and communicate better with your partner and really get to the root of any underlying psychological factors that might be contributing.
And what about couples therapy?
Yeah.
Because ED can really impact relationships.
Absolutely. Couples therapy can be so helpful in navigating those challenges.
Yeah.
It's about fostering understanding, empathy, and open communication.
It's a team effort.
Exactly.
Right.
It shifts the focus away from blame
Yeah.
and towards shared support and understanding.
So therapy, both individual and couples, can be really valuable.
Yeah.
Are there other strategies that can help with the psychological aspects of ED?
Well, things like mindfulness practices, meditation, or yoga can be very effective for managing stress and anxiety,
Right.
which we know can contribute to ED.
So anything that helps you get out of your head and into your body
Yeah,
and break that cycle of overthinking and pressure can
exactly.
be really helpful. But we can't forget about the power of lifestyle changes too, can we?
You're absolutely right. We touched upon this earlier.
Yeah.
But things like regular exercise, a healthy diet, getting enough sleep, those can all make a big difference for our physical and mental well-being.
Yeah, it's all interconnected.
It is our physical health, mental health, and even our sexual health are all intertwined.
So where do you even start if you're feeling overwhelmed?
You don't have to do everything at once.
Right.
Just start small.
Yeah.
Make gradual changes and celebrate your progress.
And remember, you're not alone on this journey.
Exactly.
Reach out to your doctor, explore different options, and most importantly, be patient with yourself.
Absolutely. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Now, before we move on, I want to go back to something we mentioned before.
Okay.
The importance of open communication with your doctor.
Yeah.
Why is that so important when it comes to ED?
Well, talking about sexual health can be difficult.
Oh.
Even with a healthcare professional, there can be embarrassment, a fear of judgment, all sorts of things holding people back.
Yeah, for sure. But I think the important thing to remember that your doctor is there to help you.
Absolutely. They want to support you in achieving optimal health, and that includes your sexual health.
Right. And chances are they've had this conversation many times before.
They're trained professionals who are there to guide you.
So if you're experiencing ED, whether you think it's related to statins or not, the first step is to have an open and honest conversation with your doctor.
Absolutely. They can help you figure out the underlying cause, explore different treatments,
Right.
and address any concerns that you might have.
And that open communication goes both ways.
Yes.
You should feel comfortable asking questions, expressing your concerns,
Yeah.
and being an active participant in your own healthcare.
It's a partnership. You and your doctor are a team working together for your well-being.
So advocate for yourself. Ask those questions. And don't be afraid to bring up any sensitive topics.
Yeah.
Your health is worth it.
Exactly. As we wrap up this deep dive into statins and ED, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the physical aspects, but let's not forget about the power of the mind.
Yeah, that's a great point. Stress, anxiety, relationship dynamics. All of those can contribute to ED.
Exactly. So for a holistic approach to sexual health, we need to address these factors as well.
So as you continue to learn about ED and explore different options, remember that it's not just about the physical. Your mental and emotional well-being are just as important.
Absolutely.
Take care of yourself holistically, and remember there's support available.
And don't hesitate to reach out to healthcare professionals or support groups if you need help. You're not alone in this journey.
It really is about the whole picture, isn't it?
You can't separate these things.
And taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Both physically and mentally. It's really important. You know, we've talked about a lot today.
We have.
About statins and ED and how they might be connected.
Yeah, it's been a really interesting conversation.
And I think the biggest takeaway for me is just how interconnected our health really is.
Absolutely. It's not about treating symptoms in isolation. It's about understanding how everything works together and taking a holistic approach.
Yeah, and being proactive about your health,
Exactly.
having those open conversations with your doctor, and advocating for yourself.
Knowledge is power.
That's so true.
The more you know about your body,
Yeah.
the better decisions you can make.
Well, this has been such an insightful conversation, Grace.
It has.
I hope our listeners got a lot out of it.
Me too. It's always great to chat with you about these important health topics.
I feel the same way. And to everyone listening out there, thank you for joining us on this KenkoVibe deep dive.
Yes.
We hope you learned something new today and feel empowered to take charge of your health.
Absolutely.
Remember, you're not alone in this.
We're all in this together.
As always, I'm Ethan Reed.
And I'm Grace Morgan.
And this KenkoVibe, your daily dose of health insights. If you enjoyed today's deep dive, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share it with your friends. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay healthy